All right, guys, check it out. So this is my guy, Billy. I've been running ads on Instagram, looking for transformations for free haircuts. He sends me this mop. I tell him to come in for a free cut. But he sits down, pulls the length up, and tells me he just wants an undercut. So I think I made kind of a crazy face, and he was like, oh, were you wanting to cut it all? And I won't say I talked him into it, but just after discussing it, I told him I was good with length. I kind of convinced him, or he had decided, you know what? Looked at his sister, I think it's a day to cut it off. So we're gonna go ahead and get it saturated. I'm gonna get it sectioned, kind of pull the ponytail up. We're gonna go ahead and cut the back off so he can donate it. And his sister is there with him. So I kind of looked at her, I'm like, do you wanna cut the ponytail off? So she tried it for a minute. You know, she was a little scared to like push the clipper through, so I had to take it from her and finish it. But boom, just like that, big chop, we took the ponytail off. He's committed now. We're gonna give him a nice haircut. So just like normal, when I'm dealing with this much hair, I'm gonna go ahead and section the top off. We're gonna deal with the sides first. We're gonna connect the top in after. That is the DFS formula. And this is gonna be pretty much an all scissor cut, so a cool one for you guys today. Now he had an undercut, so he had some length on the side that was already shorter. And I kind of had sold him on this haircut by saying, hey, basically we're gonna take the length that you already have, we're gonna use that as our guide, and anything else that's long, we're gonna go ahead and tie it into that. So you guys will see, as I comb the hair out, I'm looking for what the longest length is currently down there at the bottom, and I'm gonna clean it up because you know hair doesn't grow perfectly out the same, but we're just gonna take that guide, we're gonna follow it up through the rest of the sides, all the way around the sides and back, and then we'll connect the top in. Hopefully kind of a simple process you guys can see. And again, this is the DFS formula. If you guys wanna learn more, go to dfsformula.com and you can save 15% with code Sean15. Now, as we work our way around the back, we're gonna continue until we kind of run into that other ear, right? So because I'm right-handed, sectioning this way is much easier, cutting this way is much easier. And once we go to that left side, it's gonna be a little bit more awkward. So I'm gonna follow this all the way around until I hit the ear. It's just gonna leave me a small section on the other side. We will do diagonal back from that direction until we connect into everything we've already cut. As you can see here, we're gonna work towards that other way. Then we'll be done with the sides, and we can move on to the top. Now moving on to the top, standard DFS formula, we're gonna go ahead and section down the middle, somewhat down the middle, paying attention to its growth pattern and how it wants to go. We're gonna take that out to each side, and we're gonna go ahead and tie that in to the existing foundation that we set. Now you guys will see, we wanna leave kind of a curtain bangs look. So instead of cutting it all to the line, I'm gonna connect it in the back, which you'll see on this first cut. And then we're gonna angle out pretty drastically to leave much more length in the front. We just wanna leave this a really nice flowy haircut. So we are gonna angle out. I'm gonna work towards the ear on the line, and then we're gonna pivot out quite a bit, and you guys will see it'll get quite a bit longer. And I do apologize, I think I just worked my way around the other side, and I didn't turn the camera, or didn't turn him, I guess. So I don't have the other side, but we're gonna mimic this exactly on the other side, and then we'll take that hair up and cut it on top. Now we're just gonna take the hair on top and pull it straight up, and you guys will see a short part from each side where we connected that in, and all we have to do is take the peak off in the middle. Now I wanna bring something up to you guys that I encourage you guys to do, and that is to record yourself cutting hair. I noticed as I'm watching this back that his head is all over the place. So ideally right here, we're pulling the hair straight up, and you can see his head's gonna move. I'm gonna grab it multiple times and move him back kind of to that straight up position, but he is gonna kind of shift his head down, and some of the other parts you probably noticed. And you know, that's real stuff that clients do. So that's really on us to make sure that we correct or that we cut accordingly. And I'll be honest, now that I'm watching it, I'm a little bit failing to notice that his head is so tilted to the side. You can see there it came back up. But you know, we just wanna make sure that we're pulling that hair straight up so we can get it. We're not necessarily always straight up, but we wanna pay attention to where the head is and pull the hair to where we want it to be so we can make sure that we cut it accurately. And to be honest, I'm watching this back and it's driving me nuts because it's maybe not as accurate as I should be. There you go, little correction right there. Now I'm gonna come in and apply some statement grooming spray. The hair is still a little bit damp, so I don't need to dampen it again. This is just gonna assist with the blow dry. It's gonna serve kind of as a heat protectant because we're gonna be putting some heat on this hair. It does give a slight hold and a little bit of shine, but I'm gonna come in and add some statement shine paste after this, and then we're gonna work it in with the blow dryer and start to put this style together. I'm gonna come in, this is my Babyliss Pro Nano Titanium high-speed dryer, and I'm just gonna start to work the hair back on the sides, get a little bit of volume in the front, just kind of see what his hair wants to do. You'll see when I get to the next angle that we're gonna bring it over the ear and then kind of flip it out at the bottom. You know, that's a style I'd like to do lately. We're just gonna work this until it's mostly dry on the sides and the top. And then I do want to clean his face up, his mustache, cut all his cheek hair off. So I'm going to allow the back to kind of naturally dry, and I don't really have to spend the time to dry it because I'm going to have time to do so. So I will hit it a little bit, but then while we clean the face up, we'll allow it to naturally dry and just give it a nice flowy, kind of clean look. And you guys are going to see he's going to absolutely love this haircut in the end. Now we're just gonna clean his face up. He said he'd take everything off except for the mustache, so we're just gonna clean all that up using my trimmer and then a shaver. And I'm gonna very slightly taper the bottom of the sideburn. I think it's like a number 3. He is gonna rock the squared look. I didn't want to get into a full taper, you know, he didn't really want to cut his hair off. So we just gave him a clean look, and I actually like it on this. I'm not one to usually block sideburns or the back, but on this cut, I feel like it fits him. We're gonna clean his eyebrows and everything up. And I wanna tell you guys, I've talked about it a little bit recently, but I've been so down on YouTube. I haven't been just loving it. You know, I had a lot of the same clients for videos, and I was just kind of, it was monotonous, you know? And this was one of those haircuts that really woke me up. He came in, like I said, he didn't want to cut it. I didn't really convince him, but we just talked through it. He decided to. And when you guys see the end, you're just gonna see how much he absolutely loves it. You can see it changed his life. Like, he's a young kid about to start college, new job, whatever it was, I can't remember exactly, but he felt like it was a new him, you know, and that's what we want to do as barbers. We want to give just an absolute transformation and bring out the best in our clients. And you guys will see here in a second, he is just going to be feeling himself. There's nothing better for us as barbers to see that on our clients' faces. So last little style here, I'm going to use my styling comb. I really want to tighten everything up beside the ear. I want it to be flush to the head. We're gonna flare out the bottom and get a real loose flow on top. I know this isn't my standard clipper cut, fade, a bunch of different stuff, just a lot of scissor work, but there's not a lot of that on YouTube. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this scissor cut, this transformation. I think it is absolutely crazy. You can see he's just loving it. He's almost looking at himself like he doesn't recognize himself. I don't know about you, but it does not look like the kid that was in the beginning of the video. So make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. If you did like it, leave me some feedback down below. I got another crazy transformation coming next. If you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you click subscribe. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you on the next video.